Hey folks, the Comics Kid 2099 here to talk about an episode of a superhero animated series. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Batman Adventures episode Beware the Creeper. If you haven't seen the episode, I am going to spoil it, so go watch it or stick around and hear the spoilers before I get into the meat of the review. TV journalist Jack Ryder is doing a 7th year anniversary spot on the Joker's history at Ace Chemical Plant, and Joker shows up and pushes Jack into a vat of chemicals. The rest of the episode follows a transformed Jack, now calling himself the Creeper, following Harley Quinn trying to get some sugar, all while being followed by Batman, who has figured out that he is the Creeper and is trying to cure Ryder. I'm trying to find a way to say that this episode completely and totally misunderstands the character of the Creeper without sounding unduly mean or harsh. The thing is, the Creeper originally was a loud, obnoxious TV journalist named Jack Ryder. Okay, this episode at least got his name correct, and after an admittedly strange origin story, hey, it was by Steve Ditko after all, he has super strength, increased agility, and can use this technological device to shapeshift back and forth between Ryder and his new identity, the Creeper, which he uses to fight crime. And that's where I find myself wondering why this episode even bothered using the Creeper, because it in no way resembles the character from the source material. This Creeper feels more inspired by Deadpool or the animated Freakazoid than the Creeper himself from the comics. He talks to himself, he seemingly hears voices in his head as well as other weird sound effects, and more importantly, he leans very heavily in the opposite direction of heroism, here choosing to stalk Harley Quinn and try to make out with her instead of fighting mobsters like Steve Ditko's Creeper would have done. Now sure, characters can't evolve past what their creators intended for them. Look at Batman. When Bob Kane first pitched the character, he was absolutely nothing like what hit the page in Detective Comics 27, and even that was nothing like what the character would become over the next 75 years. But there comes a point when you get so far away from the origin point of a character that that character stops being that character, and this episode hit that point at Mach 12 and kept going. It really does feel like the people behind the series wanted to do an episode of Batman meets Freakazoid, and then looked at their catalog of DC characters that they could retrofit to be more like Freakazoid, and thus this episode was born. But beyond this episode being a Freakazoid guest appearance in disguise, I've got other smaller issues with it. Like, the public knows that Joker became the Joker at Ace Chemicals? How? Only Batman and Joker were there. And the last time we treaded into Joker origin territory, we were told that he was a failed comedian. Now you're going back to him being a hired thug for Sal Valestra, like in Mask of the Phantasm. And if he was working for Valestra, why is he breaking into Ace Chemical Plant in the first place? And why is Ace Chemical even still around at all if the public at large knows that the Joker got his start there? You would think if Joe Schmo knows that those chemicals can turn you into a psycho like the Joker, nobody would touch any Ace Chemical product at all with a 10-foot pole. Hey, for that matter, when Ryder falls into the chemicals, why does he turn into a different kind of creature than the Joker? Are they the same chemicals? I guess it's possible that there would be a wide variety of chemicals at this large factory, but why does one set bleach Joker's skin and turn his hair green, but another set turns Jack Ryder yellow, gives him super strength and increased athleticism, and turns out only to be temporary? If Batman injected Joker with that stuff, would he turn back into a failed comedian slash hired gun for Sal Valestra? And why in the round world does Ryder take the nicotine patch thing off of his arm when Batman has cured him of being the Creeper? That's not even a small minor plot problem. That's just a really large, gaping, dumb character problem. Part of the problem here is that we hardly get any Jack Ryder in this episode, so I can't get a beat on his character to find out why he would do something stupid like this. He whines to Batman about how his career is ruined, and Batman assures him that it's fine because nobody knows that he is the Creeper. If the episode had played things a little differently, I could see this bit working. Maybe Ryder is a loud and obnoxious video journalist, you know, like in the comics, and he doesn't care about the safety of other people, but if turning himself back into the Creeper can increase the ratings for his show, then he takes the patch off to do it once again and becomes the Creeper to do so. I could easily see that working, but this episode doesn't elaborate on why he does this, so it's another what the hey moment in a series of many. Overall, I didn't care for this episode. It indulges way too much in the very not funny, loud, screamy, slapstick, post-internet air quotes humor, which is already unpleasant enough as it is, and makes an entire episode out of that tomfoolery. But hey, those are just my thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think of the episode and of my review? If you like this video, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you did like this one, you're in luck because I'll be talking about another episode of this series next week, and then I'll be diving into one more of the DC Animated Universe Batman movies after that. So keep an eye out for that. And I do other videos throughout the week, so check those out too if you're interested. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Catch you later.